Opposers, we are on the verge of a constitutional crisis, and not the kind where I accidentally flush my pocket constitution down the toilet and flood the DMV. No. One of our most courageous conservative voices is under attack. Laura Ingraham, Fox News host and woman who sent her Cobb salad back to the kitchen 3 times. She is being persecuted by a leftist firing squad for exercising her First Amendment rights. Take a look.
Ingraham mocks high school senior David Hogg, who has been calling for tougher gun laws following the mass shooting at his school in Parkland, Florida. Tweeting, David Hogg rejected by 4 colleges to which he applied and whines about it. Hogg wasted no time firing back, tweeting a list of Ingraham's top advertisers and asking his nearly 650,000 followers to boycott all of them.
Okay, now, 650,000 followers may seem like a lot, but if it's anything like my Twitter, most of those are just bots and very real women in bikinis literally begging to be my girlfriend. Still, since that tweet, Ingraham has lost over 20 advertisers, including Expedia, Blue Apron, and SlimFast. SlimFast, have you no loyalty? Do you remember when Ingraham said, no one wants to see fat people on the cover of magazines in swimsuits? Yeah, you can't argue with that. Inspiring a few 100,000 eating disorders is just the price of freedom. Now, nobody puts Laura in a corner. So, after taking a pre-planned vacation to celebrate the miracle of Easter with her family, she returned to Fox's primetime lineup Monday night to explain why her losing Ruby Tuesday as a sponsor is a threat to America.
We indeed are reaching a crisis point where cultural walls are now being erected to conscript and still free speech in America. Their efforts are Stalinist, pure and simple.
Pure and simple. Ingraham is right. This is Stalinist. Pure and simple. Consumers in a capitalist society using economic forces to pressure corporations? That is textbook Stalinist communism. Look it up. And you'll learn how Joseph Stalin famously starved millions of Ukrainian farmers of ad revenue from a primetime Red Lobster commercial. That's history, folks. That's history. It's right there in a book if you trust it. See, Ingraham knows the First Amendment explicitly says, there shall be no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right to be paid millions of dollars to talk on the magic box that will be invented in the future. In fact, it's right here in my pocket constitution. Smells like freedom. And a bit like pre-driver's test panic urine. So, the point is, boycotts are un-American. Case closed. But if you want to open it, Laura Ingraham made a great point on how they can be effective against a deserving target, like Kathy Griffin.
But until people start standing up and say, you know something, I don't tolerate what you're doing, I don't agree with it, and I'm actually not going to buy your products. I'm not going to support your economic partners or your business partners. I'm not going to do it. Money does talk at some point. Yes.
Boycotts, they're like sexual assault allegations. They should only have consequences for liberals. This attack on our sweet Lady Laura isn't just advertisers distancing their brand from one show. It's part of a vast left-wing plot to silence conservative voices.
The targeting of conservative and traditional voices in America, the censorship of conservative voices, the intolerant left, bullies on the left aiming to silence conservatives.
Yes, I know conservatives are being silenced because I hear about it 24 hours a day on Fox and 34 hours a day on InfoWars. That's just how many secrets they're exposing. And what is this conservative speech being targeted? Is it calls to end abortion? No. Is it sensible trickle-down economics? No. Is it pointing out the simple fact that brown people commit 110% of the crimes? Never. In fact, Tucker covered that for 47 minutes last night, and he didn't lose a single sponsor. Just keep on tucking, Tuck. No. The censorship hit Alex Jones when YouTube threatened to ban his InfoWars channel for suggesting the Parkland survivors were crisis actors. And Sinclair TV host Jamie Allman lost all his advertisers just for tweeting, I've been hanging out getting ready to ram a hot poker up David Hogg's ass tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm being told I just lost Quiznos for simply reading that tweet. Okay, guys, this is out of control. they're censoring our conservative bedrock principle, which is mocking and threatening traumatized children. And that's been a core Republican value for ages. Who can forget when Ronald Reagan pushed a kid into a mud puddle and sold tickets? Or Teddy Roosevelt's famous slogan, speak softly and carry a big stick that you hit orphans with. And of course, when Lincoln, a Republican, stood on the bloodied battlefield of Gettysburg, took out his phone and tweeted, 7 years ago, none of you cucks could get into Harvard. So you stay strong, Laura, the fight continues.